Hello. Sorry, a little bit late here. I got stuck in a whole bunch of traffic getting home from dance class. Hi, my name is Acacia. I'm the creative resilient dancer, and I'm also a stretch therapist, owner of Stretch by Acacia. I help people create more possibility in their life through stretching and strengthening. Specifically with the strength, I work with dancers and stretch pretty much anybody. Also strength too, if you come and see me for that. But that's regardless of why I'm here today. Today's topic is all about getting over this one thing so that your workouts become natural and part of your practice. But before we get into that, I just want to extend a very warm hi. Hope you are doing very well today. There's been a lot of energy going on right now that I am feeling, and I don't necessarily talk about the whole pandemic, but I don't want to. And with that, it's sometimes I think I come off a little bit like a robot, and I'm not. And just wherever you are today, know that you're doing what you need to do, and there is an invitation there that whatever you're doing and whatever the person beside you is doing, there's no shame. People are living their lives how they need to live their lives and pay for their bills and pay for their life and stay sane. And my camera keeps focusing in and out. Sorry about that. So just an extension of an invitation that to remove the shame in how you're living your life and what you're doing, and any judgments and shame energy that you might be extending subconsciously or not to other people when engaging with them in our lives. That was really heavy, but I just had to get that off my chest. Anyways, before we go into this conversation of how to make working out a normal practice, there's a very specific thing that I had to get over that helped me make it practical and enjoyable and really part of the every week routine. Being Acacia, being a mover, being a person who wants to be able to move really big for a really, 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 really long time of my life. But before we get there, I want to let you know about this 32 for 32 campaign that I have launched. I launched on Monday. So we just got going into it, and it is all about taking action, relearning, and supporting a diverse, respected, and united collective. I turned 32 on April 26th, and I decided to answer the call that's been brewing. I just haven't figured it out for myself, to use this platform, to use my voice to continue to educate myself in unlearning and relearning and about systemic racism and becoming more actionable in my personal allyship. In the energy of using what I already have and starting somewhere, I have chosen to put all the profits from my workouts, resources, and trainings on either Resilient Dancer or Stretch by Acacia towards the Rachel Ricketts Scholarship for Black and Indigenous Women, and also her fundraising efforts for the Reclaiming Our Birthright, Healing and Liberation for Black Women and Femmes Collective, and also the Ravens Trust, which is a BC-based legal organization that provides Indigenous people with their reliable long-term support so that they can defend their legal rights with a thriving natural habitat. Two great Canadian-based organizations. All the workouts that you can access and all the details about how to donate, how to participate can be found at my website, www.acaciadebat.com/pages/32 for 32. So, and also here are some extended calls to action. I actually have two. So the first one is that I invite you to take one of the free or paid anti-harassment courses offered by Hollerback. Their mission is to provide people with the tools and confidence to stand up against harassment in all areas of their life. If you're witnessing harassment or you're experiencing yourself, these workshops are designed to give you the tools to diffuse those situations, educate, and remove yourself from them safely. I'll be taking the Wednesday 31st class. They do close registration, so get on their website. I'll put the link down below and look at more of the websites or more of the trainings that they have available. And the second call to action is actually to take yourself through some unlearning and relearning, and that is to take one of Rachel Ricketts' courses. And if you send me your receipt from one of the 3 options that she has, you can get access to one of my programs totally for free. So by you signing up for her program, I'll grant you access to one of the things of your choice. All you have to do is send me the receipt. So, win-win right there. The only thing that's not included in this is my one-on-one stretch sessions or training sessions, but feel free, if you do have a stretch session with me or you are training with me personally one-on-one, you can add a tick to those sessions and I'll put all of those proceeds towards the 32 for 32 campaign as well. My whole goal with all of this is to raise $3,200 by the time I turn 32, so that I can contribute to 2 of these both amazing organizations working in our communities. So all this, again, at my website. I'll put it in the link below. And if you have questions, please reach out to ask me. Okay, so that's that. This whole thing about getting motivated to work out and to actually make working out a practice. I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. Here's the thing. Once you realize that working out will benefit your dancing, it makes it that much easier. Us dancers, we're so easy to taking, we want to become better dancers, so we'll take more classes. But the little shadow of that is, yes, it's going to make you a more diverse dancer. You'll get more practice. Things will become less foreign to you. But what happens when our body is starting to have aches and pains? We're starting to train in ways that our bodies aren't necessarily have the foundations to do that. We start building bad habits. We start building habits that in the long run can kick us in the ass. And it was when I got over the fact that it's gonna make me a better mover, then it started to become, okay, cool. This actually is fun. I actually do want to step into this workout. I actually do want to go to the gym, because everything I did at the gym was preparing me for things in the studio. And so when we look at if we zoom out a bit and we take the whole fitness industry, everyone's like boot camps, Tabata, core day, leg day, arm day, body burn, booty burn, blah, 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 blah. I'm coming at it from a point of, if I'm working out and I'm building strength, building dynamic, building coordination, building power, building agility, that's all going to help me do what I already do in the studio 10 times better. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with all the things that you have to do, just bring it all back down to, does this feel good, and will I improve my skills? Usually the answer will be yes, or I hope the answer is yes. And then from there, it will be easier to come part of your everyday practice. If you're stuck in the mindset of, this is another thing I have to do, I don't want to do this, I'm going to get bulky, I'm going to, develop the wrong muscles. If you're stuck in those zones, making workout a practice that's supportive is going to be really hard to jump on board with. But as soon as you can switch to, what I'm doing is supporting me, it becomes a lot easier to make that shift in actually scheduling your workouts and showing up to them and seeing the benefits of them in relationship to your workouts. Now, you need to make sure that what you're doing is actually supporting and not burning you out. That's why if you're someone who really wants to dance a lot, taking boot camps that rip your body apart, aren't going to help you in the long run, because when you're in dance class or you're dance training or you're doing stuff, you're already burning your body in a different way. So we want to always be doing our workouts and our training and our cross training in a supportive manner. There are times when you want to push your agility, you want to push your strength, you want to push your endurance, and that's all good. But don't think that you have to sign up for this boot camp that's dealing with everyday people who, sit around all the time and they need that exertion to get going. But when you already have that exertion in your life, when you already have that big movement coming, you want to work other things. You want to work the length of your muscles. You want to work the coordination. You want to build the strength in the joints so that you can, do the crazy ass moves that we get to do up in the studio. So there's lots of different ways of doing that. But back to the point of it is that you have to believe that what you're doing is actually impacting your dancing and that it's going to. So when you focus on that, you can jump into scheduling it. So which brings me to my second point of this conversation, and I'm going to keep it nice and sweet, is that how do I build it into a practice that's manageable for me? First of all, just gotta want to do it. Second of all is you got to look at your schedule and see when you can do it. Third, you got to put it in your schedule. Fourth, you got to show up. And you got to show up for at least, I want to say 6 weeks to see some difference. Like to really kind of not a huge difference, but to see a difference. And to see really good benefit. I've personally, and through other people that I've worked with, at least 2 to 3 times a week. And you can vary your times, but simply showing up and going through the exercises, putting yourself through a strength styled workout that is focusing not on a whole bunch of things, but on a few things, doing that at least 2 to 3 times a week, that's where we can start seeing results. If you're just showing up once a week for maybe 30 minutes, it's going to take you a lot longer to see the benefits translate, because when you think about it, if you're dancing 10 hours a week, and I know I'm saying this and I am hearing myself being like, but I don't dance 10 hours a week anymore. This world that we live in isn't like that right now. Totally. But it will be one day. And there's nothing wrong with working towards that. But even if you have in the past danced for hours out of the week, but you've only done 1 hour of strength work, that's so imbalanced. So we need to bring up the strength a little bit so we can be more balanced in our training. And finding the time in your schedule is so different from everybody. And that's really you have to take ownership of that. Are you a morning person? Are you a night person? Are you a daytime person? What is it? And go for it. I usually work out before 7 a.m. and I don't have class until 10, or I don't teach until 5, but I'm working out because I'm most productive at 6 a.m. for a workout. But other people are no, I like to work out after work because it resets and gets me kind of another evening boost of energy. Totally cool. Whatever works for you, go for it. You just have to commit and show up to it, and show up for yourself. Don't show up for anybody else but you and your dancing, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. So I get it. It's sometimes not the most comfortable thing to do. It sometimes feels really out of place. You feel but I do all these things. Why do I need to do them again in a workout? When we take ourselves out of our dance mentality for a hot minute there, and we focus on, say, a single leg deadlift to really work those hips and those that outer line of stability, we will have stronger arabesques. We will have less pain in our hips and our low backs. Those are just results from doing single leg deadlifts. We will have a stronger back line net and connected chain up the back of our hamstrings and our back, because we are working those things, but we're not throwing, head rolls and arms, and we are just bringing it down and focusing on key points of movement. I have a comment. Okay, I'm not even going to reply to that. So, yes. Get on board with it going to help you, and it's going to make making it part of your practice Super, super easy. And if you need any assistance, let me know. This was a video far longer than I expected. If you want more assistance, if you want to start a regular routine of working out, but you don't know where to start, head over to my website and grab one of those workouts. I put 3 up for grabs. They're only $27, and all the profits go towards the 32 for 32 campaign. So it's a win-win right there. And I lay it out for you. You show up 3 times a week, you do it, you follow the set workout, and you see the benefits. And they're designed to run however long you want, a minimum of 4 weeks. And they're designed to focus in on key target areas for dancers, and also have a little bit of a challenge in there so that you're not feeling like you're doing just the ABCs, but we get to mix the ABCs and make it more sentences so that we're working the basics and then we're building coordination as well. Okay, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out, and I will see you later. Bye.